Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing today? Once again, my name is Ibini Obikoya, also known as IB Codes. I am a software engineer and a lover of God. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate that. And if you are new here, this is a channel where we talk about lifestyle, technology, and faith. So if this sounds interesting to you, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share your thoughts, and also share the videos with your friends. So rejections is one of those very prominent things in the tech space. I mean, there's no way you would not get rejected at one point or the other in your career. It could be when you apply for internship, it could be when you apply for a new job. At one point or the other, you must have been rejected, and chances are so great that you will still get rejected. That is why in this video I want to share some ways in which we can handle rejection. I mean, if rejection is going to be a normal thing, something we need to get used to, then we need to have a way of dealing with it. If this sounds catchy to you, stay tuned. So let me start by saying this: rejection stinks. Yes, in fact, rejection it's not a good feeling at all. The feeling of rejection is one of the worst feelings you would ever have in your career. Imagine applying to a job and you've gotten all your hopes up only to get rejected, only for you to get one email telling you that, oh, we are sorry, we had to move on with somebody else. It's really stinks. Let me also mention that you are not the only one getting rejected. Everyone at some point in their lives or in their career would have gotten rejected. We have all been rejected. In fact, some of us are still experiencing rejection as it is. I mean, with the little experience I have, I would have assumed that I would get to a point where I would not be rejected. But let me tell you, it is a lie. I've seen principal engineers being rejected. I've seen CTOs being rejected. I've seen product managers, senior product managers being rejected. So rejection it's a normal thing, right? Let me just get that out of the way. Now, the second thing I want to say about rejection is not the end. It's not the end at all. It's just one of those things that happen. You getting rejected from a job or an interview you did doesn't mean you don't know your job. Doesn't mean it's the end. Doesn't mean you should give up. It's just one of those challenges you have to overcome. The third thing I want to say about rejection is being rejected most times is not a reflection on you or your ability. Sometimes it's just that you are not a good fit for that company. Companies have a particular criteria they're looking for, and you on the other hand have the kind of companies you want to work with. The whole idea of interviewing is for both parties to check whether the other party meets their criteria or not. So when you get rejected, it could just be that you are not what the company is looking for at that time. Now let's talk about how to handle rejection. I'm going to be giving a few tips on how to handle rejection, and I hope they help you. Now, number one, always maintain a positive mindset. I understand that getting rejected is not fun, but then, like I said, try to keep a positive mindset. Sometimes it's all about perspective. Every rejection is an opportunity for you to grow. Remember that rejection don't define you or your ability. So don't let getting rejected weigh you down. Don't let it discourage you from continuing to interview, continuing to apply. Try as much as possible to keep a positive mindset. One thing I tell myself when I get rejected is, I'm not just what they're looking for. The company that works for me would come. The second thing I would advise you to do is to seek feedback. When you get rejected, there is a reason why you got rejected. One of the things you can do to help yourself is to reach out to the HR or probably the engineer that interviewed you and just ask for some feedback. What were the things I did wrong? How could I have improved? What were the things I could have done better? Doing this would actually go a long way in preparing you for your next interview. I've seen people get rejected and they just feel down, and eventually they just apply again. They don't don't bother to think of why they were rejected in the first place. So the cycle just keeps going and going again. When you get rejected, it is important for you to understand what you could have done better, just so that you can reduce your chances of getting rejected in the future. The third thing I would advise you to do is to practice self-care. And by self-care, I mean just let some things out. When you get rejected, sometimes it might stink so bad, and just trying to keep everything in you might not be the best. Sometimes you might just need to rant. Sometimes you can reach out to somebody, have a discussion, tell them, I feel bad about this, why does this keep happening to me? Sometimes it's just good to let these things out. Now, aside that, one other thing you can do is just take some time off from applying to jobs. You need to understand that you applying while the application process is weighing you down doesn't help you in any way. In fact, it's going to affect your performance during interviews. So just take some time off and just relax. Then you can get back to interviewing again. So the last tip I want to share about handling rejection is leave everything to God. God is in control. Trust me, God is in control. I've been in situations like this several times than I can count. And through all these situations, the Lord has been with me. There's a Bible verse, I think Philippians, that says that be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication make your requests known to God, and the peace of the Lord that surpasses all understanding shall guide your hearts and your mind in Christ Jesus. In situations like this, one of the things that would help you through is just the peace of God. The peace of God only comes when you let God take control, when you acknowledge that you can't do anything by yourself. Whatever it is that is a burden on your heart, in this case, it's the burden of rejection, cast it on God. The Bible also says that cast all our anxieties on Him because He cares. Jesus cares. So don't process this alone. Let God help you. In conclusion, I would like to say two things. The first thing is rejection is part of success, and it is on the path to success. The path to success is not a straight road. If everything goes fine, if everything goes your way at every point in time, and there's no point where things don't seem like you want them to be, then there is a bigger chance that you are not on the road to success. So the fact that you are getting rejected tells you that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Now, the second thing I'd like to say is the tech space is highly competitive and rejections are very, very common. Your ability to handle rejection with grace, learn from it, and persist will ultimately contribute to your long-term success. So make it a point of duty to get used to rejection and make sure you are able to handle it whenever it arises. Thank you so much for sticking around till now. I hope this video was informative to you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that right now, and also click the like button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, keep believing, keep growing, and keep glowing.